po ang DILG ulit, si ASEC Benitez. Sir, kanina dun sa testimony ng ating mga victim survivors, lumabas na mukhang barangay captain si Crescente Canada. May penalties po ba kapag itong si Canada ay nananakit o nagbabanta ng pananakit sa mga victim survivors?
Well, magandang umaga po, Madam Chair, Senator Robin Padilla. Well, basically, as far as responsibility or penalties are concerned, no, there is. No? Definitely, there is. Because the proper benchmark for all government officials is for us to gravitate towards behaving under Republic Act 6713. And under that particular law, we should always act with justness and sincerity. Now, we should always uphold public interest over and above everything. And this will boil down and cascade to a benchmark of behavior for all public officials, now national and local as well, now to behave in accordance with that dictum. So ang isang nananakit po na barangay captain definitively ay karapat-dapat lang pong tumanggap ng kaukulang kaparusahan. Of course, now this will be contingent on the proper application of the rules and subject to that time-honored principle of allowing him to be entitled to the principle or to the application of due process of law. Now, if I may be allowed to respond to the earlier question on what could
Yes,
be the proper penalties that may be imposed on those who coerce any person, particularly the minor, now in doing something which is against the law. Now, definitively, meron po, no, Madam Chair. Now, inarguably, we always start or proceed from the very fundamental injunction of the Constitution. Ang sabi po rito, no involuntary servitude in any form shall be allowed. So, observing this basic principle or tenet of the fundamental law, may mga batas po tayo, no, that penalize or penalizes violation to this effect. Katulad po ng revised penal code, pag ikaw po ay minor de edad o hindi minor de edad at pinilit kang gumawa ng isang bagay na labag sa kagustuhan mo, now definitively this is a crime now amounting to coercion. Depending po sa gravity ng violation, ito po ay coercion in general. And then if we will be more specific on the particular violation or penalty, then we have 7610. Ito po yung batas now vis-a-vis our minors. At malinaw po sa section 10 ng batas na ito, exploitation, abuse, cruelty, neglect, and any other act that will lead to the prejudicial condition of the minors. Now, these are all actionable, Madam Chair. And accordingly, there is a corresponding amount of penalties or sanctions that the law will basically provide for every person who might be minded to violate these rules. Yun po, Madam Chair, and for the record, nagpapasalamat po ang DILG.
Maraming salamat din po sa department at kay ASEC Benitez. Lalo na po para sa paalala sa ating lahat nung ang ganda pong pagka-formulate yung benchmark of behavior na nakabaon talaga sa loob ng konstitusyon at sa iba't ibang mga batas natin kung paano dapat ituring ng Estado at paano dapat ituring nating lahat na nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno ang bawat mamamayan, anuman ang sektor niya, anuman ang rehiyon niya, dahil mayroon siyang dignidad at mayroon siyang karapatan bilang tao at saka bilang mamamayan. So, katulad nung input ni Yusek Tapales kanina, bagamat maya't-maya tinitingnan namin mga mababatas, saan ba yung gap sa ating mga batas, pero marami din po tayong mga batas na maaring gamitin para makuha ang hustisya ng victim survivors at maitaguyod yung kagalingan nila. And ASEC Benitez, ang Philippine National Police po ba, ang DILG po ba sa pamamagitan ng PNP, pwede po bang baliktad, ang PNP po ba sa pamamagitan ng department ninyo, pwede po ba silang ma-call upon ang ating kapulisan? Ito ay, okay, balik po sa tinatanong ko kanina kaugnay nung pagsabina kay Pastor Kibuloy. Ang PNP po ba sa pamamagitan ng DILG ay pwedeng i-call upon ng komiteng ito para tumulong i-serve yung subpoena as usual practice?
Tama po yan, Madam Chair. Now, in fact, mandato po yan ng ating kapulisan now to implement the rule of law and see to it that our requirement or directive on justice be properly implemented. So, pwede pong tawagin ng ating pong Senado, ng ating komite, ang ating pong PNP para po mag-assist o tumulong sa pag-i-implement po o pagpapasunod po sa ating sapina.
Salamat po para sa affirmation niyan. Dahil naalala ko rin, tulad nung naalala ni Elias David yata kanina, nung nasubaybayan nila yung aming Senate investigation naman kina Senyor Aguila. In that investigation, sobra pong na-appreciate nung dalawa naming komite, yung Committee on Public Order at yung Committee on Women, yung tulong ng DOJ dahil sila po'y nagdaos ng parallel investigation, sila po'y nag-fact-finding on site at kalaunan sila po ay nag-conduct nung kinakailangang actions para mapaharap talaga sa batas si Senyor Aguila noon. And inaasahan ng committee ito na makakuha din ng hustisya yung ating mga victim survivors. So salamat dun sa affirmation tungkol sa maaring itulong ng PNP. Mayroon pa pala akong tanong kay Yusek Dimaporo sa DSWD. Ma'am, kaugnay po nung isinalaysay kanina ni Elias Rene, yung mga Children's Joy Foundation at yung iba pang mga NGOs, pwede po bang humiling sa department ma-submit yung mga dokumento tungkol sa kanila?
Hopefully po within this week, pero nag-text na po ako sa kanila na i-ready na i-check yung records sa Standards Bureau namin because they are the ones who hold all of the regulated, licensed, and accredited institutions. And we will give you information, ma'am, and also the next steps, kung meron po bang next steps.
Shukran. No, the committee would really appreciate especially the next steps kasi we're always looking aside from in aid of legislation yung aming mga inquiry, yung mga moving forward lalo na po sa mga para sa victim survivors. Maraming salamat, ma'am. And perhaps lastly for me among the government agencies bukod sa kung may tanong din at nais ding sabihin ang aking colleague na si Sen Robin para po sa Commission on Human Rights kay Sir Rosero. Tama po ba, sir, na parang ang sakit itanong pero ganun yung lumalabas sa mga testimonya. Tama po ba ng kahit isang religious organization ay pwedeng maging human rights violator?
Based on the Republic Act number 9268, ito yung expanded, no? One of the declaration of policy is it's hereby declared that the state value the dignity of every human persons and guarantees full respect for human rights. In the pursuit of the policy, the state shall give highest priority on the enactment, measures, and development of programs that will promote human dignity. Under the convention wherein the Philippine government is a state party, in all actions concerning children, even women for that matter, whether undertaken by public institutions or private institutions, the best interest of the child should always be the paramount considerations. So there were allegations of alleged human rights violations involving the right of the child to education, the right of the child to survival. That was already mentioned by USEC or Director Tapalis. Thank you po, ma'am.
Salamat po, Mr. Rosero. At kung sakali, handa ba ang CHR magsagawa ng investigasyon sa Kingdom of Jesus Christ?
The Commission as an institution, we are an investigative agency as provided in our constitutions to investigate all forms of human rights violations involving civil and political rights. As an investigative agency of the government, and at the same time, Your Honor, the Commission on Human Rights is the Gender and Development Ombud that we will be closely coordinating with the other agencies of the government as long that the requirements of procedural due process must also be complied with, taking into consideration the right of the party being alleged that the allegations subject to submission also of the counter or answer and other controverted evidence. That will be the subject to determination by our Department of Justice, Your Honor.
And subject to the determination of the DOJ and observing itong lahat ng mga essential requirements of procedural due process, the rights as well of the organization in question, private organization for that matter, appreciation nyo po ng evidence, magiging handa ang CHR magsagawa ng investigasyon kung sakasakaling ma-meet itong mga requirements na ito.
The Commission could motu proprio conduct investigation, Your Honor. As we have said, I've been under the law, Your Honor, involving women's rights are human rights, and human rights are women's rights. It is enshrined regardless if the perpetrator is a private individual or not. As long that it involves violations on the rights of women, it is within the context of human rights abuse or human rights violations for that matter, Your Honor.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Rosero.